everyone? It's me, Justin, your EagleSkipper, here with episode 4 of Club 2 and Journey to the Top, here with Middlesbrough FC. And as you can see in the league table, we have made it to the playoff spots with a 5-point gap between us and 7th place Nottingham Forest. So words can't say how well things are going, but I'm going to try. You guys were less here for us in this Leeds match where we won 3-2. We then went away from home, beat Wimbledon 2-0. Simon Riley getting a 7.2. Seville and Betts, the ones getting on the scoreboard. Then we went and faced Millwall 4-0. Darren Dreyer getting a hat trick in the second half. Well, I mean, the penalty was right at the end of the first half, but regardless, we beat Millwall 4-0. We drew away from home 0-0 against Preston. Only one highlight for Preston, and yeah, it was just a boring game. But then we went back home and beat Bournemouth, who were top of the table, 3-1. Antonio Martin scored. Oh my gosh, that was a really bad error. But we then went ahead and dropped 3 on them without conceding another goal, so that was nice. Then we went and beat Sheffield United in the 5th round of the FA Cup 3-2, so no matter what happens, our next game is going to be against Liverpool in the 5th round of the FA Cup. That's going to be tomorrow. But today we've got Watford, who are sitting 8th, and it's just a little bit more confirmation of us being in this spot in the league. But also, another bit of news: the lowest that we can possibly finish is 21st, meaning that we have secured ourselves that we're not going to go down. So that's good. But if we look at our competitions, the board expectation is mid-table, so we still got a little ways to go until that is confirmed. But only sitting 8 points off the top of the league, anything can happen at this point, especially since we've already beat Bournemouth in this run-up. A number of games left to go in the season, including against second in the league, Sheffield United, 4th in the league, Cardiff, 6th in the league, QPR, 7th in the league, Nottingham Forest, 21st, Peterborough. That's a bit of an easy game, along with the one against Swansea, 12th, Brentford, and 17th, Stoke. So the last few games of the season are going to be a bit easier, but this next run-up through the Liverpool game is going to be tough, and we're going to have to prove our worth in this spot in the league. But that being said, this is the team that we're going to be putting out to face Watford today. We're going to be putting Gillespie in goal, a back four of Lowe, Palmer Brown, Mensah, and Spence, with Pearson and Svanberg in midfield, Powell ahead of them, Bolton and Dreyer on the wings, and Assomblonga up top. Let's go ahead and get into this match. Because last time you were here when we were facing Leeds, Watford was level on points with us, and now we've just blown right past them. So let's tell them that the media has given us a lot of credit and that I have faith, because I have faith in us. No inspiration, but we got some motivation, which is the first step. Let's go ahead and turn on the sound like we do every time. As we already get a corner highlight with Powell trying to find Mensah. Does find Mensah, but Mensah can't find the back of the net. I mean, ideally I'd like him to find the back of the net, but the XG on that was 0.06, so I mean, missing it's fine. But I mean, it was a nice highlight at the very least. 93% pass completion with 76 possession. Against a team that is right about the same spot as we are in the league, that is outstanding, especially considering it's been lasting over the course of 10 minutes, not just the first 5 minutes like it was when I first brought it up. But let's drop some encouragement on the team. What is Bolton feeling right there? Nervous. So encouragement is really going to help out, but let's wait for this Powell. I don't think it looked like Palmer Brown there had shoved the Watford defender. But in any case, some encouragement is needed. We'll drop it on everybody. Bolton is still nervous, but you know what? It's all right. As we see a new highlight open up from our keeper as he gives it to Mensah, who pumps it up to Dreyer, who turns and speeds past one defender, gets into the center of the field, gets it to Bolton, who rockets it into the back of the net. Wilf Bolton really had that that move created by Dreyer, who just turned and beat that one guy. Let's watch. It's this guy right here. He just, one touch, gets it past him by 10 yards in lots of space. And Bolton, I mean, the keeper had his eyes on Dreyer, didn't realize that Dreyer get out over to Bolton, and Bolton hit it just so hard that there was no way he could have gotten back to stop it. And yeah, that's a great way to start off, although we do have a highlight from the resulting kick that we still don't have possession of, even though we got the little clearance out over the halfway point. They're still knocking the ball around a bit too cleanly as it gets threaded through, and Gillespie lets that one go past. That's not the sort of momentum we were looking to be having going into the second part of this first half. Let's see if we can skip the replay early. We can't. Yeah, defense really needs to do better in that. I couldn't see what their frowny faces were all about, but I think right now we want to demand more from the team. Our XG's looking pretty good, but the scoreline is what really matters. What's Powell feeling? Frustration. Oh well, just keep putting the corners on the heads of our defenders. Eventually they'll go in. That one hits the post and goes out for a throw-in. Just keep putting in good corners. That's what you're supposed to be here. That's what you're on the field for. Blanca, close him down, close him down, close him down. That's two. You waited too long. Now you gotta wait for Dreyer to close him down. See, that's what you're supposed to do. Give it a little effort. Palmer Brown gets the ball, heads the ball, but can't direct it towards a Middlesbrough player. Bolton is able to sniff that one out, gets it to Svanberg, back to Palmer Brown. The American picks it up to the Swede, who puts a big ball over the top looking for Dreyer, finds Dreyer. Dreyer puts it across for Assemblanga, who gets the shot blocked. Oh, that was a huge chance that just went begging. And, I mean, at the very least, we see Spence get a ball in for Powell, who can't direct it towards anybody, and Pearson even takes a minute to get back. The ball does make its way over to Palmer Brown. The American gets it out wide to Lowe, back into Brown, who is running the wrong way, and if I know FM, he's going to kick it back to the goalkeeper. He doesn't, but he gets it over to Mensah, who is looking to put in a pass, finds Dreyer, who cuts inside over to Assemblanga, who wants Spence, can't quite find him, and the keeper hoofs it up to where Spence should be, but Mensah is able to slowly collect it as it was not looking like it was going to go out of play, gets it back up to Pearson, and goodness gracious, I'm naming every single person on our team because everybody on our team, except for Bolton, has touched the ball in this highlight. But as I say that, Spence gets it to Bolton and says, here, you haven't had a chance to score. Everybody on the team, with the exception of Gillespie, I just realized, did touch the ball on that move. And, I mean, as things stand, a draw is enough to keep us in fourth, or to move us up into fourth. We'll be level on points with QPR, I believe it is, that occupies that spot at the moment. But let's just fire up the team, see if that gives... No, that gives frowny faces. I mean, it's only getting frowny faces for a couple more minutes before I give them an extremely motivational speech at halftime. Let's see. Let's see how this extremely motivational speech goes. We're going to pump our fists and tell them that they need to work hard. Tell them they have the difference. You have the difference. And I'm not happy with your finishing. All right. Let's see how this second half shapes up. Svanberg is playing pretty poorly, though he has played quite a few games for us. I think he started all but one game since he joined us in January. And I mean, it's only February, but still, that's a good number of games to be starting consecutively. Spence has also started just about as many games. He really should be looking for a backup right back that can spot him for a spell. Svanberg takes a huge shot. Nobody was expecting it. Raya was just able to get it out wide, and Powell's going to put in another corner. He steps up to take it, wants to find somebody, and the whole game pauses a bit, and ultimately the ball goes over the back of the net. Don't remember which defender that was, but it doesn't matter because it didn't go in. But it does look like Svanberg and Lowe are going to need to be our substitutions. Powell probably needs to come off too with his condition there. But I'm just going to go ahead and take Lowe off before he has a chance to get sent off. Svanberg, we're going to take off and bring on McCann. Assemblanca, we're going to give this highlight to do something. And I mean, it doesn't really even make it to him. But Pearson is able to get it to McCann, who finds Spence in a lot of space. Looks like he's going to take a shot, and that's a really poor angle to take a shot. I mean, really, that one's on Spence. I'm not going to take Assemblanca off quite yet because of that, because he really didn't even have a chance. Spence was going to shoot that all the way, even as poorly advised as any of the shots from that angle was, as Bolton near about scores a screamer. Let's bring on... Do you want to go young, or do you want to go proven? Let's go proven in this one. We're going to demand more from the team. We brought in Matavidi. I mean, 25 shots, 10 on target, and we can't get it past the keeper. I mean, what more can I do when they're just not performing? Let's move to attacking. Let's try working the ball in the box. Let's be more expressive. Just get some more creativity flowing. Maybe tell them to play for the shirts. We don't want to see. Oh, come on. You guys only fail to win when the camera's rolling. But as I say that, Gillespie gets it over to Mensah, who starts turning up the field, gets it up to Dreyer. Dreyer says, sorry, Spence, not going to give it to you. Powell looks like he's going to try to find Bolton. Does find Bolton. Bolton wants Matavidi, who has the goal at his mercy, and he scores. Steffi Matavidi, 16th goal of the season, in off the bench, super sub. Bolton did very nicely to be unselfish and hand that off to Matavidi. Let's watch this assist again. Powell in really deep, gets it all the way across the field. Bolton puts it forward. The keeper rushed out in the exact wrong direction, and Matavidi tucks that away. I mean, great teamwork. Going to move us back to a positive mentality. Just going to hope to see out the rest of this game. Let's move back to being disciplined. Maybe drop down our tempo a little bit. Be a little bit less direct. Move back down to balanced. And we're just going to slowly take our foot off the gas, as it looks like we've dropped down to 5th place, but only because Leeds has taken 4th place. And we are on par with them. But I mean, look, we got some inspiration by telling them that they did good today, which they really did. Great stuff. Let's hit continue. Look, we are 4 points off automatic promotion, and we face Sheffield United. So that's a 6-point swing. We face Sheffield United, we face Cardiff, and we face QPR, and we face Nottingham Forest in the next few matches. So I mean, really, we could know what our okay. We face in the 2 games between now and when we next come together, which is going to be for this Liverpool match, because I mean, quarterfinal of the FA Cup doesn't come very often. Sheffield United 2nd, Cardiff 3rd, we're 5th. If we come away with 6 points from these next 2 games, it is almost impossible for us not to get automatic promotion. Just gonna say it. I don't know what's going to happen. Don't have a crystal ball. Counting the chickens before they hatch, because we are starting to get into some spotty form, only getting 1 goal victories over the past few games. And Matavidi has really dropped off, and Leeds do have Aaron Connolly here, who is a pretty prolific goal scorer for this level. And if we look at our season preview, we have now bumped up to 8th, where we had started at 10th. So, you know, they're still not liking our chances. Svanberg and Mensah are considered our key players, but yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. In tomorrow's episode, you're going to see the quarterfinal of the FA Cup where we face Liverpool. And if you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment if you'd like to name one of our youth intake players, and subscribe if you'd like to continue to join us on this journey to the top.